Hello, welcome to DaVinci Resolve episode 13. Today we're going to review 6 of the top video editors currently available. I haven't included Adobe Premiere or HitFilm Pro because I don't use those softwares. Alright, let's get started, and we're going to start off by reviewing the 6 softwares that you see on the screen right now. The first software is Final Cut Pro. I'll give this a 95% rating. I've used it in about 80% of my work for many years. It's just a really good, well-built, very stable software, and I'd highly recommend it. The magnetic timeline is really easy to use. I know a lot of people complain about it, but I find the magnetic timeline really intuitive. It has good color grading, a lot of color grading you can drag and drop quite easily. It may not have every single template in the world, but a lot of extra templates you can get from Inverter Elements or from other software. So all round, an excellent software. The next video editor is CapCut. I would give this a 90% rating. I think it's really cool if you want to make lots of YouTube episodes, vlogs or TikTok content. CapCut's ideal for that. What else is good about it is that it has a huge range of templates that you can apply. It probably has more templates than Final Cut Pro does, and this is really good. So if you're making a short film content like a YouTube episode or a TikTok content, you can easily apply those templates very fast. It probably wouldn't be the best software to use if you're wanting to do longer form content. In this case, you'd rely on the bigger players such as Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve, which offer much more customization for the bigger projects. But for short form projects, CapCut is ideal. The next software is Lightworks Pro. I'll give this an 85% rating. This is a top-level Hollywood software that's used on films such as The Wolf of Wall Street and also on Martin Scorsese's The Killers of the Flower Moon. What makes this software really good to use is that it offers slightly more customization with color grading than Final Cut Pro, and it also features a similar drag and drop interface as Final Cut Pro. What makes this software different is that it's a really great alternative or replacement to DaVinci Resolve. If you've ever found that using DaVinci Resolve is too much of a learning curve with the color grading, then I'd highly recommend Lightworks Pro as an excellent alternative to that software. The only catch is that it's slightly expensive, and this being its only caveat. The next editor is DaVinci Resolve. I would give this an 80% rating. I think it's a top-level video editor right up there with Final Cut Pro and Lightworks Pro, and it probably offers the best color grading features in the business. Where it does fall short is that there is quite a huge learning curve to learning the color grading, and also the node-based color grading is a feature that may not warm to everyone's tastes. Personally, I find that the node-based color grading is too much of a learning curve for me, so it's not a software that I would recommend. However, I do think that a lot of people gravitate towards DaVinci Resolve because of the color grading, so I still would recommend DaVinci Resolve. I just think that it's not for everyone. ShotCut is the next software. I would give this a 70% rating. This is a really good introduction to video editing. It is also a really good alternative to iMovie. I used ShotCut for about a year before I got into Final Cut Pro, and I find it super easy to use. The timeline was pretty straightforward. It came with some great effects. There wasn't too much to complain about ShotCut. The only thing is that the software probably doesn't have as many templates as the other softwares combined, being that it's a free product. But for an open source project, it's really valuable, and I would recommend it as a good alternative to iMovie if you're just starting out. Now, I've sort of left Filmora at the end because I'm really on the fence with it. So I gave it a 60% rating. And the reason why is that it actually comes with really great templates, about the same number of templates as CapCut. But where it fell short was that when you're trying to render the effects, it always takes ages, and you're always having to manually render each and every effect. And it's just really bothersome. And what's more, when you try to export a 16:9 video to YouTube, the 16:9 video doesn't display properly in the 16:9 frame in YouTube, so you're left with this long black line at the top of your video, so it's quite unsightly. So it's not a video editing system that I would recommend. I think that it's a little bit glitchy and a bit slow, takes ages to render, so it's not one of my favourites. It was promising because it came with lots of effects, but I'm really on the fence with Filmora. This concludes my review of 6 popular video editors. In the end, the best video editor is one that appeals to you, your personality, your workflow and your computer. Just remember that everyone has different tastes and different workflows and different use cases. So thanks again for watching. I know that personally myself, my favourite video editor is Final Cut Pro, followed by CapCut, which I'm using for a little bit of social media. And then I'm also dabbling in Lightworks Pro, which I really enjoy because it's a great alternative to DaVinci Resolve. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.